アメリカの人里離れた山の奥に身を潜めて暮らす男たちがいる。人々がとうに忘れ去った戦争の影をいまだに拭い去ることができず、自らを社会から追放した流浪者たち。森は男たちを優しく受け止めてくれた。
I live on a black and white level. I live on a life and death survival level, and I have for a very long time. And when I'm confronted in a stressful situation, there's always a chance that I'll go a little too far. I generally turn to the woods for peace of mind and to calm down and cool out. I'm not especially afraid of society. I am more afraid what I will do in this society. Basically, if you have a knife, some string, maybe an axe or a machete, and your clothes that you're wearing, that's pretty much all you need. I could say pick a place that is secure. Not only are you not getting wet, but the wind's not hitting you, and you have a full view of the area. And if you camouflage it properly, nobody can find you.
ベトナム戦争に行ったアメリカ人の数はおよそ250万。若者たちは戦場で理想を失い、急速に年老いていった。
Found out that I could do things that I never really dreamed of that I could possibly do to another human being. Women shoot at you. Kids walk up with grenades and walk into cafes and blow you up. And if you see somebody doing that, you got a choice. You can say, yes, okay, blow me up, or I'm going to shoot you.
In '65, the body count was only done by taking ears. And then the South Vietnamese government would pay a bounty. All the mercenaries, there was mercenaries there when I got there. All the mercenaries were getting like $50 an ear. So I used to go on patrol and take ears, come back, and give them to a mercenary. He'd go trade him in and split the money with me.
I've played Russian roulette. In fact, is when I watched The Deer Hunter this last year, I dealt myself a hand. I'm still here. It's no bigger than any other chance I've ever taken. It's better than the odds I had in the jungle. 1 out of 6 isn't bad odds.
英雄として戦い、やっと故国へ帰り着いた彼らを待っていたものは痛烈な戦争批判であった。現在もなお戦争を過去のものとすることのできない男たちが大勢いる。 ワシントン州のオリンピック半島にはそういった男たちが1000人以上住んでいると推測され、この事実は各紙でセンセーショナルに報道された。ここに4人の男たちがいる。インディアンの血を引くスティーブ。志願したのは16歳の時だった。
I thought it was like the movies. I thought it was, all the warrior gets the girl and the medals and the parade, and they have candlelight dinners while the bombs are falling during a blackout or something. I don't know. It was, there's a romantic part there that fell away quickly.
スティーブは海軍の特殊部隊に配属された。それからほぼ20年経った今でも、彼は自分の内部に潜む凶暴性をコントロールすることができずにいる。ブルースは誰からも愛されるごく平凡な少年だった。
2 months after I turned 17, I joined a Navy. I decided I wanted to get that out of the way. When I got out, I'd be 21. And then I could start living the life. That was my whole intentions. Hasn't worked out quite the way I planned it.
ブルースが参加した作戦は今もって機密扱いにされている。現在は生活のために丸太を業者に引き渡す時以外他人と接触することはない。幾重もの門によって身を守りながらベトナムで自分が犯した罪に苛まれつつひっそりと暮らしている。フレッドは17歳の誕生日に入隊した。
After we got over there to help them out, we found out that those people didn't care whether they was communist or American or any other thing in the world as long as they just got left alone. That is what I found out.
「フレッドは機関銃の射手としてヘリコプターに乗り組んでいた。過去16年間彼はビニールの屋根の下で寝起きし、退役軍人からの施し物を受けて暮らしている。ジェイクは社会に復帰した。彼なりのやり方で。ジェイクもまた特殊部隊の一員であった。
The dominant feature in my training was aggressiveness. How to build up an anger in you or a frustration that would act like a big switch they could flip.
この攻撃性は彼の生き方そのものになった。ベトナム帰りというだけでなかなか職に就くこともできない。36歳になった今もジェイクは暴走族バンディードのメンバーである。
Most of us were 18, 19 years old, 20 years old. We'd been trained to the peak of our individual physical ability, and our minds had been opened up to accept something that we didn't even know existed, let alone do.
特殊部隊の訓練は通常の演習とはかけ離れた残忍極まりないものであった。
All I knew about it was that I was to sign a piece of paper saying that I would not hurt anyone during this training exercise. And I felt that was reasonable because I wasn't going to hurt anybody during a training exercise anyway. Then I was told coordinates and went through a course. And in this course, there are Japanese and Chinese American military wearing communist uniforms with red stars and carrying communist weapons, built weapons, and with padding on the ends of the stocks, but the effect is the same. And they capture you, and they beat you and take your clothes off and hit you with the rifle butts and submit you to different types of humiliating things.
Put that down. Who's your chief? Who's your chief? Who's in charge here?
What's your rank?
No rank.
No rank?
No rank.
What are you, a worm?
No rank. All attention to home.
Come on, doggy.
Come on, shake your head like
You better talk, he'll kill you, pig. You better talk, pig, he's gonna kill you.
All over, let's go.
Ask you a question. Kill him. What did I ask you?
They hung me from a fence by my wrists for over an hour, and then cut me down and tied my hands behind my back and pushed me up against a wall, and 3 people came in. You got to realize this is after a week of going without food, after you're totally tired, you're forgetting where you're at, you've been beat up maybe 10 or 15 times, you have no sleep, no water, and they're constantly hammering at you to tell them where your unit's at. And the only thing you're supposed to tell them is name, rank, serial number, date of birth. That's it. And anyway, they stood me up against a wall and brought out AK-47s and fired blanks at me. Only I didn't know they were blanks. And during this whole phase of beatings, torture, boxes, cold water, hot water, staying folded up in certain positions, being kicked, slapped, questioned the whole time, having to crawl through garbage and human feces. Chinese music and North Vietnamese music was playing the whole time. Mao's doctrine would come on. Ho Chi Minh's speeches would come on. So that by the time I finished 4 of these camps, not only did I have almost a ruptured ear, it was real close. I had 3 loose teeth. I had to have some dental work done. I had bruises all over me, ribs. My face was swollen up just from being slapped and hit